Hello everyone! Apologies for the delays, as I had work going a bit, longer than usual, and then me and Xana were just talking about Kamen Rider for way too long.
Yeah.
Thank you, Takara. So in order to reach subscriptions, I think that right now we're at like 47 followers on Twitch, and I think I need 50 before I can apply for affiliate. So anyone who has not followed, please consider following, if you like what you see here. Now then, it is time to talk about Seekers.
Thank God.
Yes, also I can hear me from somewhere.
What?
I could hear me from somewhere. I can't hear me anymore though, so it should be fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, it's time to talk about Seekers, the greatest thing that ever happened ever in the history of things that have happened. Or at least it will be, once the webpage starts to load again. So, I hate to disappoint you, Patty, but neither I nor Xana are caught up on Geeks.
I'm watching. Oh yeah, I haven't even started yet.
We're too busy watching V Cinema.
Too busy getting fucking disappointed by 01's V Cinema. Ooh, if they actually bring back Doragoramon and it's like Edgy's like partner, that'd be so lit.
That would be an awesome. Actually, you know what? Thinking about it now. What if... Yeah, hold on. What if... there... Hold on. What if they just take Doragoramon or Alphamon away from the Dorumon line and give it to Lugamon?
Oh, that'd be kind of weird.
It would be. But it'd also be kind of cool, because, like, having a Demon Beast Digimon become a Royal Knight, and specifically the Royal Knight that stands against the others, that's actually really cool to me, I think. Plus, Alphamon isn't even supposed to be exclusive to Dorumon anyway. Dorugoramon is supposed to be the end of that line. Alphamon was supposed to be an alternate line. And this way, Alphamon can have a full alternate line.
Yeah, true. That'd be pretty... I wouldn't mind it.
And, yeah, Patty's kind of right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if I'm
the 01 Cinemas is using the 01 driver.
And they fucking wipe their ass with that immediately for some fucking reason.
Yep. Go. Just getting everything set up properly. Okay. For reasons I cannot comprehend, my computer is... OBS is pretending that it can't see my browser. Um, between X8 and 01, I'm scared for Geats v Cinema. Everything is frozen. That's not good.
Oh no.
Not already.
Wait, I'm moving. I'm not. I'm on my I'm looking at the stream too. I'm moving.
Okay, that's good. It might just be Fox's.
Between X8 and V Cinema or 01. Yeah, I don't know what happened to V Cinema. V Cinema used to be like so good. I don't know what's going on. Like Gimes V Cinema was like peak Kamen Rider in my opinion, and I just feel like I've been chasing that high ever since. Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. I gotta get around to finishing Saber. I watched the first like 3 episodes. I didn't hate it. I just other things were going on when that show was airing, so I didn't have the time. Oh, Seeker's back. Yeah, Gaim is phenomenal. Azu, I can't hear you. Are you talking? Is your mic might be off.
Well, shit.
Oh my god. Okay.
How long
has
my mic been off?
Moving and shit. Like a minute or so.
Okay, that's good. I haven't mentioned anything important in the last minute.
Okay, because I was like noticing your model moving. I'm like, I can't hear her. Is that just me? Or...
Oh, fantastic! The browser just crashed.
Oh.
Yep. All right, we're gonna be doing this the old-fashioned way, which is making use of my cell phone.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I didn't. Yeah, actually, that's kind of smart.
Alright, so I did see your awesome render of Dorugoramon, Larry. That looked freaking amazing. Alright, so I am actually going to very quickly, in order to further reduce the weight on the stream, I am going to turn off my face tracking. Okay, that should be working. So, my model's just not going to move anymore, and that should make it a bit easier on the stream itself.
Okay, perfect. Larry, are you talking about yourself? Because if you are, you're correct. Someone did make a really cool render of Dorugoramon.
It's true.
And
they did. And you should check it out. Also, Larry, I'm warning you now. If you keep going with all these awesome Blender creations of Digimon shit, I will commission you. That is both a promise and a threat. Yep, hold on. OBS virtual camera instead. Okay, there we go. Let me minimize that. And a commission is when I see that you do cool things, and so I throw money at you to do the cool things that I want you to. Now then, let's talk Seekers.
Alright.
Apologies for the lack of visual aid, anyone who is watching the VOD, but, Scuff takes priority. As is its wont. So, Seekers' first week has wrapped up, and with it, we are now in the content drought. Welcome back to the rabbit hole, everyone. First things first, as you may have seen I tortured Xana with earlier this week, we now have the origins of the Sons of Chaos logo,
Oh, yeah.
very heavily implying that it dates back to the motherfucking digital monster.
And not only that, but our best friend in the whole wide world, the most recurring character in this entire fucking show.
The literal recurring antagonist that is the bane of our motherfucking existences, the version Saturn.
I'm telling you right now, I need a proper translation of that game, or at least a guide that has like the script. We need to mull over that.
The two things we need is for someone to take on the process of translating that game, and for someone to actually translate the source book. Because those two things are quite literally integral to our understanding of the digital world.
Yeah. You know, I know, like, you can just play it without, like, really, like, reading anything. That's obvious. It's just like raising Digimon. Mm-hmm. But I want to know the story, because the story keeps getting referenced in everything!
Everything! We cannot escape!
I genuinely feel like there hasn't been a single thing from the last, like, 10 years that hasn't, like, in some way referenced version S in some way, shape, or form.
You know what I think? I think Habu is a fucking liar. I think Habu did play Digimon games as a kid, and the game that Habu played was the motherfucking version Saturn.
You know what? Honestly, maybe. Like, maybe he's a fucking liar. Like, cause, like, maybe he just doesn't want to, like, be bothered with, like, questions about, like, what his favorite season is or whatever. Because, like, I find it hard to believe that
No. I think Habu is like Seki, where he's been a Digimon fan his entire life and just didn't know it. And then when the opportunity arose, he just, like, started to get back into it. Like, yes, I remember this somehow. This feels right somehow. And then one day, someone's going to go over to Habu's house, and they're going to be like, hey, what's your favorite game? Oh, it's this one. It's Digital Monster version Saturn. I love this one. I played it all the time as a kid, and someone's going to have to break it to him that he's been playing Digimon his entire goddamn life.
That's what it feels like.
That's what it feels
Definitely
like.
What it feels like.
But yeah,
like, oh,
so the symbol of the symbol of the Sons of Chaos very closely resembles the skull with 3 bars, which appears emblazoned on Megadramon's chest and on Puppetmon's beanie. Based on this, we can assume that the Sons of Chaos, as a crack team, have been operational since the era of the motherfucking Saturn. This is also true because there is a boss on the Saturn emblazoned with that very same symbol.
And she is really hot.
She is really hot. I'd cosplay her. Like that like just that drip alone, just fantastic. Why do if hackers are evil, then why hot?
Exactly. See, this is my problem. If evil, why hot-shaped?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I have an idea here. Does this break anything?
What did you do?
I'm sharing my screen so we can help with the visual aid.
Oh, you know what? Let me see if I can get that working. Okay. It's highly unlikely that Gesh is crashing the stream, because Gesh literally only ever helps with this kind of shit, and is also hooked up to the computer. So in theory, Gesh plus Ground Locomon plus Blacktailmon Uber should be the perfect team to keep the stream functional. And I mean, the stream itself is functional, right? It's just the computer that's dying. But the stream is fine.
Yeah, kind of weird.
Alright, so, this is what we were talking about. Does Lady Devamon have it too?
Oh my god. Let's see.
Joey-Kimon! Da-da-da-da-da-da! Wait, fuck, that's copyrighted.
Okay, no. It's close, but no. It's just a skull on her boobie.
Ha! Skull boob. Good thing we don't stream on YouTube.
Oh yeah, thank God. But yeah, this is still absolutely insanity. I did not realize.
Absolute fucking insanity.
Didn't realize. I mean, I didn't know about this character at all. I would have been very obsessed with this character. I mean, I already am obsessed with this character.
Yep. He's known about her for the span of one day.
But yeah, so this is just fucking nuts. This is just absolute insanity, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
And they go into a little bit more detail.
In Japanese.
She is the leader of the hackers in the Saturn game.
Wait, she's the leader?
He's the leader and the final boss. And she
Holy
has this
shit.
symbol. Yeah. If she shows up in Seekers, I'm gonna fucking blow a gasket.
Sons of Chaos, more like Simps of Chaos, am I right?
Absolutely. This is why we're choosing this for the team battle, boys.
In case
Yeah, as
you're
you can
wondering
see-
why Rosanna wanted to do the Sons of Chaos as his option.
I had already settled on that before, but this is just like sweetening the deal, if you ask me.
Yeah. Is something
But,
evolving in the
yeah.
background?
What?
I heard a ding. Did something evolve in the background?
No, that was they're already evolved. I was launching the training for them.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm running the 20th. I have Ogremon, which I wasn't going for Ogremon. I was trying to go for someone else. I guess I didn't have enough overfeeds, but I did get Deltamon, which is pretty lit.
Nice. I love Deltamon. King
That's
Eudoramon the Great.
I always, every time I run the 20th, I'm always running the version 5 egg.
It's just
It's
so
just so
good.
good. It's just so good.
But
yeah,
I honestly am not sure which. I'm definitely gonna get one of the three colors they announced, but I'm not sure which one.
Oh, like the newer ones, like the Greymon
Yeah.
color and stuff? Absolutely.
Yeah, no. Like, the version 3, version 4, and version 5 are the ones I'm really interested in. Like, I didn't want to pick up the version 1, because I already had the version 1 in dim form. I wasn't sure about the version 2, because I'm not particularly connected to any of those Digimon. But, like, I could easily go for any of those three.
Yeah, with me, I mean, I know people were saying that like they might make Rust Tyrannomon a thing, so like I might pick up version 3 and 5 if that's the case.
Mm-hmm. It's
Because the
fairly
version 5 is
likely because they did. See, I'm just wondering, are they going to since they've been balancing things out with that? Because they did give us Shinmonzai to round things out on the 1, and they gave us Evamon to round things out on the 2. Do you think we're going to get some kind of Ultra on the 3 to make up for the lack of one on the 12th?
I hope so. I'm just trying to figure out how they would do that. Like, it's gotta be... I'm assuming the Jogress partner would have to be from the new batch of releases, because if they're gonna do all 3 at the same time, either it's gonna Jogress or something from the version 1 or 2, or the 3, 4, and 5. I just don't know what they would like, what even the Digimon would be, and like how they would do that.
The only way they can get... See, I wouldn't even consider it being a fusion. I was just thinking it would be like they would have a Digimon that could advance to a higher stage.
Oh, like kind of like the minis, where like if you train them well, like they just like, evolve higher. Oh,
Exactly.
that would be cool.
Alternatively, so the 3 has High Andromon. The 3 has High Andromon and Titamon, I think. Wait, no. What's the Trashmon on 3 again? Edamon? It had King Edamon.
King Edamon, yeah.
So Giromon is the one that's missing a Mega. So either Giromon's Mega is going to be something that naturally has an Ultra Stage, or they're going to pull some bullshit and give it to either High Andromon or King Edamon.
I mean, you never know. We have Gyromon. He's kind of like the odd one out. He never got like a Mega. He is the odd one out. So he could end up like, who knows? They could end up giving him... I mean, I joked about it, but like Bancho Giromon would be pretty fucking cool.
That would be pretty cool. It would be pretty cool to see all the beans end up Banchos except for Metal Meme.
Exactly, yeah. Or like, I'm trying to think, like, what could he evolve into? We just give him a new evolution, and that evolution can end up going Ultra instead of these two.
Yeah. Honestly, something I could see them doing, and this is just a hypothetical, but like something similar to this. Give Giromon Duftmon as a Mega, and then have a mode change as the Ultra.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna be honest, one of my favorite Digimon to raise on the 20th. Sorry, I gagged a little bit. But one of my favorite Digimon to raise on the Pen 20th alongside Ragnalordmon was Duftmon, just because of the way they incorporated the mode change into the sprites.
What is it? It's when he's sleeping, right?
So Duftmon, for those who aren't familiar, is localized as Leopardmon, and it has a leopard mode, which basically Beast Wars style transformer, if you've ever seen one. But the mode change would be incorporated not only into when it goes to sleep, but also as its attack animation.
Oh.
So whenever it would attack, be it for training or for battle, the sprite would shift from Duftmon to Duftmon Leopard mode. Which I always thought was really freaking cool. So I would love to see that in... I'd love to see that in, what's it called? In, I'd love to see that in color.
Yeah. Yeah, because it seems like, I mean, the color has been pretty much one-to-one copying the 20th rosters, which makes it more annoying when you realize the fact that, you know, all of these were on one device. They're divvying it out into separate devices.
Ooh, yeah, that's another option. That is another option. We could end up getting a color 6. And then it could be 3 and 6 that jogress together. And if 3 and 6 jogress together, please Bandai, for the love of God, Tyrant Kabuterimon.
Oh my god, yeah, that'd be so cool.
Like, that would be so fucking glorious.
Wasn't he just announcing something? Oh yeah, we're getting him in the Insect Dim, right? Well,
we're getting him on the Insect. We might get him. I feel like anyone who didn't vote for him is either very attached to Bancho Lilymon or just
dumb.
Like, dumb.
They're just dumb. Say it. Yeah. Say it. They're dumb. I refuse. If we don't get Bancho, no, sorry. I'm cool with missing out on Bancho Lilymon if we have to sacrifice that to get Tyrant Kabuterimon. Tyrant Kabuterimon is way too fucking cool.
It
for them to just fuck this up. I'm pretty sure that's who I voted for.
Yeah. It's definitely one of the megas I voted for.
Yeah. And then I can't remember, was Lovely Angemon up for vote, or is she just going to be in the dim naturally?
I can't remember.
Can't either. I just realized the voting has way since passed, so...
Yeah.
I can't even check. I was going to check just to see, and...
On the subject of the voting, though, holy shit, I am so fucking excited for the Spring Festival.
Oh, absolutely. That announcement came, like, out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Lovely Angemon isn't even in the votes. Oh, hey, Analog. Nice. Thanks for passing by.
That's annoying. That's weird. Maybe we'll get her in a separate dim then. But yeah, Spring Festival. Quite hyped about this. This is like really, really cool. I really wasn't expecting them to kind of drop. I was gonna say drop and dump at the same time. I didn't expect them to drop all this
at once.
Kind of like all at once. Yeah, I honestly was expecting the lobby update to not happen until like the end of the year, at the earliest. So let's go one by one because we're almost there. Actually, holy shit, yeah, we're almost there. 3 more days and then we get the announcement of this.
Woo-woo!
We get to know who won. I just realized that. So yeah, 3 days away from figuring out who won. So first of all, let's talk about these dims.
Alright guys, it's time for the abridged version of the Spring Festival Ep-Planed.
What are you talking about? It's explained. It says it right there.
I'm
gonna delete that original tweet and just gaslight everyone fucking thinking they have dyslexia.
I will make sure to cut that part from the VOD.
I love these dims. Like, this pink looks so nice, and the green looks nice too. Like, I'm just loving the color of these two. Like,
God,
I mean, the dim, the BEM, the way they've been coloring them is really, really nice. So I'm really happy.
Okay, something that doesn't really come through in the pictures and stock photography that they have of it, but I really, really like, is that the 25th anniversary BE dim has a brown color to it that makes it almost look like amber. And I just love that because the original version 1 has very Jurassic Park vibes for no matter what. It just does. There's too many dinos for it to not.
Yeah. And I don't own
Tyrant Kabuterimon confirmed!
Wait, what?
He wasn't an option, he's already confirmed!
Oh, Tyrant's good for... Oh, thank God.
Fuck yeah!
I couldn't remember if he was on there or was an option. I couldn't remember. And like I said, I tried to go back and check, and you can't really check anymore. It doesn't show you. But yeah, so we'll find out in 2 days who won. So I'm hype about that. I can't wait for these to come out. I did nab the pre-order for the first volume, so hopefully I get that cool acrylic stand. I still need to get the Angoromon and Jellymon dim. I
have not picked those two up yet. I might go for Jellymon because it has Gigaseedramon.
It does. It's kind of that. Both of those rosters honestly are really, really good. Those are really some really solid rosters.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not 100% sold on it yet because like we've got so many good ones coming in.
Yeah.
Like, speaking of which, God, I cannot wait for the Lugumon dim to arrive.
For which one?
Lugumon.
Oh my God, when is that supposed to come out? Because I want that, like,
sometime
now.
In April, they said.
Well, they didn't announce it in this, so that kind of worries me that they might delay it.
Yeah.
Because I want
yes,
that shit.
Kicker.
ASAP.
That is exactly what's happening. And welcome to the stream. I see you are here for the first
Wait,
time.
what's happening?
Kicker just joined the stream.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Kicker of Elves.
Oh, yeah. Any news of Violence and getting better? Yes.
Yes, that's exactly what we're talking about, believe it or not.
Yeah, so first let's talk about the app itself. So the app itself is getting the adventure mode that was hinted at or really like mentioned or announced at DigimonCon. My issue is, and I did mention this in the video, but I'll mention it here. My biggest worry is the fact that when they initially announced this, they said it was going to be for Vital Bracelet, Digital Monsters, and BE. This announcement only mentioned the B, though. So I don't know if this is going to be compatible with both. It'd be really dumb if it wasn't compatible with both.
It would be, but it would also be par for the course.
It would be sadly par for the course, exactly. Yeah, so that is a big problem. So we'll see like when this comes out, which is the last week of this month. So that's very soon, honestly.
Yeah.
And with that, we're actually getting a firmware update, which is fucking insanity to me. I cannot believe we're actually getting a firmware update. Like this, honestly, has me pretty hyped because like
I was not expecting firmware updates to ever be from Bandai introducing new features. I thought new features were going to be coming from Cyanic & Co. only.
Yeah. No, I really did not think like when they announced it, I was like, oh, that's so cool. But then like when we got our first update, which was just like a bug fix, which is nice to get, don't get me wrong.
That's what I expected it to be. I expected it to be basically them realizing, hey, we had some problems with DIMS getting released, and we need to be able to accommodate for that, because this is now an international product to some degree. Yeah. So let's make sure that there's a way that we can patch things in case there are problems down the line. That's what I expected it to be. Or that's what I expected the Digidevelopers to tell Bandai to get us our custom firmware, because we all know the Digidevelopers are on our side and are absolutely simps of chaos. You sit there and tell me I'm wrong.
No, seriously, like for real. So I thought the same thing. I thought we weren't really going to get anything substantial with the firmware updates, but this is honestly substantial. Like I really think this is a big deal. Like this is adding a whole new like feature to the like this is practically like making it into a different like device. Like this is not going to play the same because of the introduction of the use of items like in the watch without using the app, which I think is great.
Not only are we able to use items in the watch, we're able to collect items in the watch. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that has the potential of, though?
No.
Because we are walking dangerously close to a return to the motherfucking three-pronged golden age. Weapons.
Oh.
And not just that, weapons in a post-Legend Arms world.
Wait, which items had weapons?
The accelerator and IC.
Oh shit, I don't remember them having weapons.
Also, you guys can't see it, but I'm holding them up.
You know, that's something you should try to add to your model. That'd be cute.
Like, what, 3D models of all the different virtual pet docs that I have?
Okay, that's a little eccentric. I was gonna say, like, at least one of them. That'd be pretty cool.
Okay, no, I am working on getting a... hold on.
Are we gonna see a little whip real quick? A little work in progress?
Hold on. Was it this button? I can't... Can I not zoom? Oh wait, it was this button? There. See? Down here, on my left wrist. There's a vital bracelet there.
Oh shit!
No, it was this one. There we go. Yeah, there's already a vital bracelet on this model.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was made entirely by me because no one has made an actual vital bracelet model yet. One day.
Oh god.
One day, I will have my virtual BE. I will have my virtual linker. That's another reason I'm excited for... I am so excited for the Lugumon DIM because, A, I'm absolutely certain that whatever Lugumon's designs end up being, I'm going to love it regardless. B, Rust Tyrannomon on a fucking dim, thank fucking god.
Finally! Finally, I can't wait to see
Even more
his model.
so, Ragnamon on a dim?
Yeah.
I am going to raise the fuck out of that shit,
Oh my
and
God,
then
yeah.
I am going to turn it into a living headquarters that will float within my system above the digital world, and it is going to be a fucking living castle of destruction.
Let's see if they actually have it here. I don't know. Oh yeah, yes. Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yep.
So cool. Oh yeah. Fuck, I forgot Ragnamon was down here too. That's so crazy. This is from World 3, right?
Yep.
Sick. I gotta get around to playing that game.
Yeah, I do too. Honestly, something I'm planning on possibly doing with my next paycheck, which comes in 2 days, is picking up Next Order. But I still haven't decided if I want the portability of the Switch version versus the modability of the Steam version.
Yeah, like I keep having to pick that, and like, what I'm gonna try to do is save up money to get a Steam Deck so that I don't have to worry about either. I'll just be able to have the portability and the compatibility.
God, that sounds like a great idea. Actually,
Yeah,
I think I might end up doing that just to find a way to link my Steam Deck back to my computer via capture card and then have all of the gameplay be done on that so that I can stream it more easily.
You could dock it, so what you could do is just like dock it and like.
Because if the Stream Deck runs the games, then the computer can just focus on OBS and the model.
Damn. I'm gonna have to look into getting a Steam Deck. That's honestly genius. I might try to do that myself.
That's literally how I do. That's literally why I prefer to stream Switch games.
Yeah. Also, Harrismon, the fucking baby boy is back. Oh, I'm so happy. Like, I'm just beyond ecstatic that he's finally out of Rear Eyes jail. He's deserved it. I don't think it'll happen. I would love to see him in the next story game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it'll happen, though, because the story game's been in development longer than I think Rear Eyes has been out. I don't know if he was introduced yet.
Yeah.
But I would love to see him in any game. It's such a nice design. I fucking love this entire, like, evolution line. Yeah. Like, look at his final form. Like, he's a freaking beast.
He is. And he's, like, nice and, like, actually, like, he's still humanoid, but he feels way more bestial than your standard humanoid beast Digimon. There is a slight part of me that is kind of annoyed he's not a Mecha Knight, because I would have killed for a proper Gurren Lagann reference in Digimon.
Oh my god, you're right, though.
And, like, there is no Digimon that would be better suited to being a Gurren Lagann reference than Arismon.
Yeah. I mean, I am happy, though, that they actually went this route, though. I mean,
oh yeah, absolutely. We need more Digimon like him.
Yeah. And it's just, like, cool. I mean, he is, like, you know, bipedal humanoid. Mm-hmm. I know people don't like that. But I still like the fact that he's still more beast-like than most.
He is still more beast-like. It's a nice
change of pace for, like, a main character Digimon.
Oh, absolutely.
To have that kind of evolution.
I know a lot of people are so scared that Lugamon is going to become bipedal over its evolution path.
Yeah. I didn't realize that. Hold on. We got 4. There's 4? Damn. There's 4 rookies on the version 1?
Yeah.
On the volume 1 dims? Holy shit.
There's 4 rookies on, like, every non-Ghost game. Or wait now. So, it looks like 4 rookies is the standard because you get 3 Pendulum style, and then you get the one in the adventure mode.
Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm looking back at these volume 1 dims that come out. This is stacked. I mean, we got, obviously, you know, Grace Noblemon coming, which is going to be so sick. We have, I didn't notice, they gave us Heavy Leomon on this too, which is awesome. So, I'm kind of confused here. So we have, obviously, Heavy Leomon, so that's one of the reps from Rear Eyes.
Mm-hmm.
We have Rasenmon, another rep from Rear Eyes. No Lovely Angemon on the Angel Dim?
That's weird.
That's confusing. That's so confusing. Like, they kind of broke their own chain they had hooked up here.
It's possible that they're going to drop her along... See, here's the thing. They only have 4 Savers Mons that they can have lead the dim. So it's possible that the idea is to keep Lovely Angemon and Galmon Ito mode for their own separate dims. For all we know, the Bird Angel dim could be the rework of one of either Heaven's Judgment or Karma of the Gods, and Lovely Angemon could be leading the opposite.
I can see that. Because it's possible, like, this could have been what they were working on and it got canceled and they're just putting it in here.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Honestly, the new Angel Kid rookie feels very Penzi in terms of feel.
He does. He really does.
It's a very Penzi vibe.
Yeah. And even this evolution to Arcahi Angemon?
Arcangemon.
Oh.
It's just Arcangemon.
Whatever. They're very classic Penzi, thick outline looking evolution. So I can see that. I mean, it's especially like you're right. We have, I guess, are we getting another volume? Do you think we're getting another volume?
Definitely. I'm banking on.
Who would
the
it be?
idea.
Like, what's the little snake boy?
Hold on.
Kudamon, right? It would be Kudamon and who else?
It would be Kudamon and the Chessmons.
Oh, that'd be smart. Yeah, both Chessmon on one dim.
Yeah. Also, give me 1 second. I need to find something that I can actually poke this with. Motherfucker, the battery is actually dead.
Oh, on what?
Damn it, I was going to check the fucking DNA types on my Excel to, like, try and read out.
Oh.
But no. Apparently my rechargeable battery has died. Despite the fact that it stayed on the fucking computer screen for fucking 2 days.
Oh. That reminds me, I gotta buy a pair of those.
Yeah. They're worth it.
Yeah. Where's the Minimon from?
V-Tamer.
There we go. I was like, this is very... Has this ever been raisable? Wait a second.
Nope.
Wait a second.
Brand new.
What
This is the first time we've ever had to even, like, a fucking glance at it.
Holy shit. This is crazy. I just realized that. Dominimon, if this is on here, I pray we can get Arcadimon on an Arcadimon dim is something I've been begging for a while now.
What do you think is going to lead our freaking Darkness dim coming soon?
Oh my god. If we get Arcadimon on a dim, the full line, dude, oh my god. Could you imagine if we get, like, some of the canceled evolutions, too? Oh my god. Oh my god, that would make me so fucking happy.
Think about it. Think about it. We've got access to V-Tamermons now. Do you really think we're ever going to have Bancho Leomon come from anything but Regulumon ever again?
I hope. I'm hoping for Future Mode to get an appearance on a raisable fucking device finally. Like, Future Mode is such a nice design that we haven't seen since the fucking V-Tamer manga.
We have seen so little of Future Mode that I still can't tell what the difference is between the two of them.
There was a period of time where Future Mode was in the MMO, but they didn't have the rights, so they had to remove him. So like we have a 3D model of him, so you can kind of see the difference. Honestly, it's like a prototype Xmon. Like, he's just a little bit sharper.
Yeah.
I still want him though. I don't give a fuck. I think it'd be really cool.
Also, I love when X antibodies and X antibody adjacent modes do that. Because that implies that Future Mode is actually the debut of the type of form that Alteros and Sagittarius are supposed to be.
Oh, yeah.
And now, Xana will cover me as I use the restroom and prep for the segue that is actually going to lead into in terms of discussion.
Okay, perfect. Alright, so Yeah, getting that. And then we're getting first week of May next month. We're getting the team battle. The team battle is actually based off of Digimon Seekers. So it's going to be split into 3 teams. The police force, Judge's hacker team, we don't know the name of it yet, and the Sons of Chaos. I personally am joining the Sons of Chaos. And the way this is going to work is that I'm assuming it's just going to be based on like the online battling. Whichever team wins the most points, aka beats the most Digimon in battle, will win. So we'll see how that goes. It seems like it's going to be a little fun thing to do. I don't know how long it's going to last. It seems like it might only last a week. Then second week, we're actually getting the revamp of the room system. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a complement to the existing shitty room system, or they're completely replacing that with this, and hopefully this will run better. But this is going to be like a proper lobby. It's called the lobby, the Battle Bracelet lobby. So the way this works is that you will actually be able to kind of physically see like who is in a lobby at one point. You can match with people quicker. I think the biggest thing that they said in this, the keyword here is quicker, because right now I, along with everyone, is tired of just sitting there waiting for someone to show up to battle, and then it never happens. So this is very interesting. So it'll be a new way to connect with other people, and again, keyword here is quicker, which I'm very happy about. I'm very excited for this. And that's the second week of next month. I wish this would have launched first and then the team battle second. I'm a little worried about the team battle because like if it's using the current system, it's not going to be very fun to play. And then we're doing the 25th Final Cup. I don't know how this is going to work exactly, because this is implying this is going to be the last tournament they have in the Battle Bracelet app, period, which would be disappointing to say the least. So the preliminary thing is going to be the second week, and then the final on that date.
Have you considered the possibility that they're just saying that it's the last one of the 25th anniversary year?
Hopefully, could you imagine that's like the last one, period, though?
I don't think they're going to give up on this app that quickly.
I hope not, because that would be a bummer.
See? I'm right. Larry says I'm right, therefore okay. I'm right.
I mean, I hope that I pray you are. I'm not like when I heard that news, I'm like, this isn't like it, right? Because like the last event tournament they were supposed to have didn't even happen because it got canceled because of maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like, what the fuck is that all about?
The only way that this is the final tournament, like, truly, is if they're completely overhauling PvP with the new lobby system. Which they might do. Yeah. But that would just mean that tournaments will be taking on a more convenient form anyway.
Which I'm totally fine with, because this current system is obviously not working.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of crazy to me.
It's just working around Dave.
It's more like tiptoeing around him.
You could say they're evading him. For those who are not aware, Evad is the name of my Proximamon who doesn't cause problems. But let's shift back on our focus over to Seekers. As I have, there's some very interesting stuff to talk about with what's going on with Seekers, and that we just got to talk about.
Yeah.
So, first things first. Seekers is a... First things first, unto itself. Seekers is a... It's just amazing. I love everything about it. Remember, everyone, AG's Accelerator came from internet-bought parts and 3D printed shells. Vital Pet, canon.
He literally...
Like, did you... The Digidevelopers are literally just looking at finding every single random ass Digimon fan project or fan thing, and just being like, canon, 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 canon. But like, yep. Sriki's Namagid. But the best part is, so we gotta talk about two things. We gotta talk about Mind Link, and we gotta talk about DS. So, I sent you the links earlier today for Chapter 1.7 and the two profiles we need to talk about for DS, but the previous one is Chapter 1.6 is the one we're looking for MindLink. So I think that DS in the context of Seekers stands for digital synchronization, but we're gonna get to that.
Okay. 1.7 and... Alright. Okay.
Alright, so if you can scroll down to the part where he hololizes Lugamon. Right there.
Oh.
Look at his face. He's adorable. Yes, that is Digisoul. So. First off, Lugamon is scary enough to have the Tyrannomon as its minions, which is awesome.
They're like absolutely crazy. The power creep.
Yep. Now, this begs the question: Is AG running Tyrannomon that are on our legacy dim data? If Lugamon is that much stronger.
I assume so. I don't think...
Oh yeah! You know what? Larry's right! It says 3 Tyrannomon! Tyrannomon 3 lived!
No, he raised a new one.
He bought a new one?
Yeah, he like raised a new Tyrannomon. If I'm not mistaken, like one of them did die. He just like raised a new one. He like started a new run.
No. AG only buys his Digimon prior to Lugamon.
Oh shit. Well then I guess yeah, they lived. That's kind of.
But yeah. Scroll down. A bit further. The DS value. Scroll up a little bit. The DS value. It's an indicator of compatibility with the Digimon I designed. Your compatibility with Lugamon is already second to none, even compared to the best code crackers. Okay, so he had a 4th Tyrannomon. and so there are only 3 left. But
okay.
So Digimon compatibility, which is for some reason labeled DS in this, is something I'm particularly interested in, because compatibility as wording has appeared in other places in the franchise. And I know that doesn't mean much, because, like, compatibility, like, how else would you say compatibility? But I just think that it's interesting that the same terminology is used to explain how well a Tamer and Digimon mesh together, how well a Digimon and Digimental mesh together, and how well a spirit and a user mesh together.
Is the term DS used for all of them?
No, compatibility is. But I wouldn't be surprised if DS... I wouldn't be surprised if DS in... I don't know Japanese at all, but I wouldn't be surprised if the abbreviation DS comes from the beginning of... Wait, really? What is going on with that site? Apparently Twitter just changed the name of their company to X Corp.
Now we're just fully just becoming like goofy anime villains.
Alright. Everyone, let's take a vote. How many weeks until Twitter is named Grim?
I want to know, if it's being called X Corp, can someone like buy the name Twitter now? Because that would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
X Corp, I'm gonna give it to you.
But, alright, 2.5 weeks. So, So I think that what's going on with compatibility, it might be the case that if compatibility has to do with between Digimon and Tamer, then aspects of the Tamer's personality and the data acquired from it may have an influence on the individual Digimon that makes them more well-suited to specific Digimentals or spirits. So, for example, a Tamer that is particularly courageous would result in getting a stronger their partner Digimon would get a stronger evolution from the Digimental of Courage, and would theoretically be able to utilize the Spirits of Fire. Whereas, if they are not particularly courageous, they might get a weaker one. Or alternatively, if a Tamer is very loving, then their Digimon may be exceptionally compatible with the Digimental of Love, and so they might have, regardless of their rookie, end up with Halsmon. Whereas, on the flip side, if their Tamer is particularly not loving, or very bad at expressing love, they may end up with a Setmon, again, regardless of the rookie being used. Because the thing to remember about Ancient Species Digimon is that they are very spaghetti code, and that means that individuals of a species are far more likely to be different compared to each other in terms of things like personality, behavior, etc. And the reason I still think this is relevant is because the Pendulum Zs explicitly talk about how similar the newly appearing Digimon are to the more basal system structure of ancient Digimon. Which, in theory, would suggest that Digimon discovered during the Z folder, the Folder Continent Report Z would likely be compatible with things like armors and spirits in higher numbers than other general Digimon. Junkmon could theoretically armor evolve or spirit evolve into Mercurymon, etc., etc. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just very interesting to me when we know that the card game is going to get some kind of mechanic that works very similar to Spirit Evolution going into the Mind Link system in some capacity. And everything about Mind Link to me just screams Proto Frontier. I'm sorry. Like, does it not?
Yeah.
So, like, with that being the case, especially knowing that Lugamon is a prototype, which are supposedly from very early on in Digimon research, even if it wasn't from the same time period as the Ryuta and Doru series, that doesn't matter. Because we're in a state in the digital world where ancient Digimon were being forcibly created. What the actual hell were the Pendulum Zmons building up to? I mean, the answer is obviously Proximamon, but you get my point, right?
Yeah.
It is kind of Sword-ish. It is kind of SAO-ish.
Yeah. I mean, Digimon Adventure is, you know, an isekai, so we're not too far off here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But yeah. To talk more about Mind Link, though. Or actually, do I need to elaborate further on the armors and spirits things, or I feel like I summed it up pretty well.
I feel like you did. I mean, just
Yeah.
for visual, I'll go ahead and go to the... Oh, wait.
They were the two profiles.
No, I thought there was a thing on
Mind Link
on here. Yeah, I thought there was an explanation. It's not here anymore.
It's on the linker, I thought.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, there you go.
So it unfortunately doesn't mention compatibility explicitly within the spirit section, but it does refer to how they're connected to the elements. Here's another aspect that I'm suggesting. So, in case you weren't aware, Wormmon has two possible armor evolutions via the Digi-Egg of Courage. You can get Shadramon, or you can get Flay Wizardmon. I think that what determines it is the individual data that a Wormmon gets from their tamer, which determines the compatibility they have with the Digi-Egg of Courage. But, to take things a step further, technically speaking, Shadramon comes from having a very low compatibility with the Digi-Egg of Courage. And that's why it's a relatively evil-natured Digimon. But Flay Wizardmon is full of confidence and shows its true face. So, like, if you have a more courageous tamer, your Wormmon would become a Flay Wizardmon. But to take things a step further, Yeah. But to take things a step further, if Flay Wizardmon, the Digiegg of Courage has Salamandermon, which doesn't correspond to any of the O2 partners. So what's up with that? There's technically 2 Digimon that don't have a clear Digimon they connect to, because Flay Wizardmon only occurs occasionally. To which I think the armor form you get operates on a spectrum of how compatible not the species, but the individual Digimon is. I think if you have a high enough compatibility with... I think that if you have a high enough compatibility with something like the Digiegg of Knowledge, you could have, regardless of your rookie Digimon, end up with Digmon, or something like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, to go back to the compatibility for MindLink, that is in, chapter 1-6. Oh, wait, maybe it was 1-5, my bad.
Wait, what the hell?
You have to go back to the front page. I don't know why.
That's annoying. Alright, 1-5.
Yeah, there we go.
Also, I just love how you called that
Oh, yeah.
they were somehow going to make it so that they couldn't smell.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Fucking crazy.
Like, I remember when you brought that up in your stream, I was literally, like, just sitting in my chair reading chat, just, like, doing the freaking cringe Spider-Man dance.
Seriously, though, it's like, oh, shit, that's exactly what the fuck they just said.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I love the fact that I'm glad SPmon's not based off of Tanga, but just like an old school kind of Showa era toy.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not writing this. I would love to be in a position where Bandai were paying my rent. But that is not the case
Wouldn't we
yet.
all? Yeah.
One day I hope to become popular enough that I can force Bandai's hand into hiring me as the as a Digimon navigator. One day. Okay, wait, I love this part. Mechanorimon showing up in this.
Oh, yeah. Just out of fucking nowhere.
Mm-hmm. One day, Mechanorimon. One day you will show up on a dim.
They weren't on a dim?
Nope.
Weird.
I check Wikimon every day in hopes that there's an update to the sprites available. Mechanorimon shows up on, like, practically nothing.
Kind of surprising when you think about it.
Yeah.
I think he was on, like, the Pendulums.
He was on the Pendulum... He was on Pendulum 5. He was on He was on, the Cross Mini Black. And then he was on the Pendulum 20th. Pendulum 5 Egg.
It's Pulsemon.
Pulsemon!
I'm so glad that he's actually going to be like a part of this. So cool.
Yeah.
Wow, 25th anniversary. Why did your dad give you, what, like 4 mascots?
Mm-hmm. I still love that Pulsemon / Judge is that much of a flirt.
Yeah, like, we still haven't gotten a full explanation yet, but, like, it seems to me like it's almost like they control the Digimon like mechs.
Mm-hmm.
So...
I think a more apt way to put it is... So if you're using a standard dock, you control your Digimon in the same way you would, like, in a virtual pet or a world game. Which is, you do things to power them up. Whereas, with Mind Link, I think it's closer to the Tesla Jellymon debut episode in Ghost Game. You enter what is essentially VR, and control your Digimon through that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Which may or may not, either that, or you get, like, holo projected into the digital world. Because they've been doing the Seekers trailers in a way that suggest that they're hanging out with their Digimon. But the actual written form is suggesting that they can't manifest themselves.
Yeah, and even, like, you know, when we got that, like, weird heads-up display look, like, it looks like that might be also what it looks like. I don't know. I hope we get, like, an explanation of that, because I just want to know if whether or not Pulsemon gave Numemon a big old smooch on this cheek, because that's hilarious to me.
It is. And more so, I want to know how Satsuki's okay with the fact that, like, she enters the digital world as a Numemon.
Yeah.
Like,
that must have taken a lot of getting used to.
That must have taken some getting used to.
And I want to know how, because, like, she's the outlier here. Like, I mean, we don't know who the other girl's partner Digimon is yet. We don't know. So
actually, it seems like the way that things have been presented, it seems like the others don't actually have partners.
Interesting.
What we know about the police chief is that she's responsible for the modification and outfitting of the D-Brigade Mons used by the police. As such, I feel like she, like we were saying, she occupies more of that hacker-esque role despite her actual role in the story, which makes me think that she sees Digimon too much as tools to have an actual partner compatibility score, or DS, as Ryu Senji put it.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see that, because if that's the case, then I want to know how Satsuki ended up with Numemon. Like, I just want to know, like, how did they meet? How did that happen? Like, like, I really want to know that.
Also, I love the fucking Judge so far gives me very big Persona 5 Phantom Thief energy.
Yes. Absolutely. He's very kind of like debonair, kind of like classic. Especially given the fact that, like, you know, he stopped the hackers from taking the eggs, but he also didn't allow the police to take them as evidence.
Yep.
Most likely to, like, give them like an actual, like, you know, life to live, or give them to someone that's actually gonna raise them.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate. I think it's
not
cute.
just for the Digi-Eggs, but also by stealing the evidence. That means that the kids that are being arrested have even higher chance of this not even showing up on their record. And, like, we've played Persona 5. We know how big a stain on your record is.
You know, I didn't even think of that. You're right, yeah. Good guy, Judge.
Good guy, Judge. Who would have thought that the person who looks exactly like Air is as nice of a person as Air is?
Who'd have thunk?
Who'd have thunk? It's almost like Bandai is making XPs of all of us! I'm still waiting for myself to show up in Seekers so I can just point at her and be like, holy shit, that's me.
They just like me, for real.
They just like me for real. But yeah, God, I am so interested in how Seekers is doing this, because, like, how are evolutions gonna work?
Yeah, I don't know. It seems to imply...
Because it doesn't seem like evolutions are happening on a timer, like we have.
Yeah.
At the very least, not to the higher stages, which is interesting because that's more lore accurate. But it almost makes me wish that Bandai would make the Digivices more lore accurate then.
Yeah.
That said, though, they actually are. Let's be honest here. One of the items that we can earn for missions and stuff now is training time.
Oh, yeah.
Which not only means that failed runs no longer are doomed to stay at the level they're at, but more importantly means that they can start upping the level of requirements to absurd degrees.
Yeah, either that or even give us, like, can you imagine if they like gave us like S+ or S++ or something like that? Mm-hmm. As like a grade that we can get? Mm-hmm. Because they have to balance it somehow. Because, like, the only way I can think of is either like what you said, we're making the requirements harder with the new firmware update, or what they could do is just make it so that item is super rare. Mm-hmm. Or both, honestly, because like they definitely want us to get off our asses.
I'm seeing it like this. Earning items is probably going to be through adventure mode, like DMX style. That gives us a replayability for adventure on our bracelets. It gives us a reason to do adventure in the app. I'd say tickets aren't necessarily going to be the most common item, but they're also not going to be the most rare. Maybe degrees of how much time they add in terms of rarity. But the key thing is going to be that they keep tickets consistent enough that they can make the evolution requirements on the DIMs way too difficult to get in the span of a day. Yeah. Way too difficult to get in the span of the base 100-hour limit. The idea being that you can reach adult with relative ease, but getting to higher stages now is going to mean something.
Yeah.
And I love that idea.
I love that too. Another thing, and we've kind of touched on this, I am praying to God that we not really nerf Imperial Digimon Paladin mode, but at least introduce different Digimon that are just as strong or stronger. Mm-hmm. I'm tired of seeing them. I want there to, at least, if we're actually going to be fixing the online mode, I want there to be a better meta. Because like right now, it's just Imperial Digimon Paladin mode.
It's Imperial Digimon Paladin mode and Proximamon. I say, guilty of using Imperial Digimon Paladin mode and Proximamon.
I mean, as someone who's about to raise a Proximamon and has an Imperial Digimon Paladin mode, I'm up to the same thing. I don't like that. I want to have more fun. You know, I want to be able to like jump into a match and like.
So like, I get to have fun because Paladin mode is my partner Digimon, but I am a toxic and terrible person because you know what abilities I have?
Oh, I know which ability you have for the fucking Imperial Digimon. It's awful. It makes your backup Digimon even stronger than it already is.
No, but I haven't even told you the best part. I haven't told you Proximamon's ability.
What's the best part?
Proximamon's ability is that if your HP is lower than the opponent's HP at the start of the battle, it lowers the opponent's HP by 20%.
Oh my fucking god.
And I purposely don't train Proximamon's HP, and Proximamon has one of the lowest HP stats of any Mega!
Wow.
And so, Proximamon Guaranteed 20% HP cut to your Vanguard. And then combo! And who do we combo with? Imperial Dramon Paladin mode.
Honestly, if I had that combo, I'd be using it too. I don't even blame you, dude. Like,
You want to know the best part? You want to know the best part?
What's the best part?
I got that exact same ability on Arcturus Mon too. So I can keep Proxima Mon in reserves as a secret weapon while still having access to that combo.
Jesus.
Part of me almost wants to see if I can fish for it on Bancho Mamimon just to have better stats.
It's worth a shot.
It is worth a shot.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, I'm just, again, praying we get some new things in the meta with these new dim cards that are coming out, because
something I really hope for is that the adventure mode system on the BE side isn't dependent on BE level stats.
Look, I'm trying not to have any expectations of the adventure mode, because like I don't want to get my hopes up, because like I'm pretty sure this is going to be like you send them out and then like they just like, I guess you leave the app and come back and they'll be back with like something.
Yeah, like, those fucking like classic mobile game of assign units here. Check back in 3 hours.
I hope it's not that. I feel like it's gonna be that. I'm hoping for some kind of interactivity. Like, it'd be really cool if like you get into a fight and then like you just like, I don't know, do a little quick thing and then click it and then like that'll determine how strong you hit or whatever. I hope it's something more interactive.
I want, if we're completely overhauling the battle system, I want this to replace the practice battles.
That would actually be pretty cool. Honestly, what I would like them to add back is like this reflecting on their actual win ratio. That would be great too.
God, yeah, that would be glorious.
Like, it would give you more reason to fucking use the app. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, I'm fine with like the PvP battles not counting, because like I get it, they want it to be more based on like, it's more like an end game thing. You don't want to mess with your win ratio or whatever.
Especially because you can't choose who you fight. So if they made it so that it affected your win ratio, you would be screwed.
Yeah, exactly. So like I can see them doing that, but if they can make this at least count, that would be really cool.
That would be great. And like, though you did actually remind me of something I really like about the BE compared to the Vital Bracelet.
What?
The way they use VP. I love the way they use VP on the BE and in the app, because I don't know if the bonuses that were present on the Vital Bracelet are still applicable, but the way that the BE takes VP from you every fight, regardless of if you win or lose, it's DP.
Oh, you're right.
And I love that, because that means that you can't just spam Paladin mode and Proxima Mon, because eventually their DP is going to get low and you have to put them back on the band and do battles there.
You're right. Yeah, that is kind of a way to get around that.
It doesn't actually, because it's true for every Digimon, but I really like that they have that present, because it's going to be a factor once we get more battles.
Yeah, true. And my theory, I mean, I doubt it's going to be the case, but when this is kind of vague. It just says defeat Digimon. I hope that the adventure mode will count towards the team battle. Like, that would be interesting. Like, give us something to do. Like, that would be fun. If that could be a thing they do, kind of like raids, where like it's a team battle, then we like all like do the adventure mode and also do battles in order to try to get points. This is what I've been asking for, essentially. This is something I'm looking. This is like what I was expecting when they announced this app. You know?
Yeah.
Will we get that? Who knows? But you know, one could wish.
Hoping and praying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm so excited for the app. I'm so excited with Seekers. Everything is great.
Yeah, I'm happy. You know, It's funny because Seekers is so good. Like, people aren't even complaining about this game anymore because they're just like distracted.
Mm-hmm.
Which is great.
Yep.
Because I'm glad that the people that were distracted, or not distracted, the people that were disappointed with Ghost Game are having fun with Seekers. Because I was hoping for that. I was hoping we'd see, more people kind of get into Digimon through like this avenue, which is like the extra stuff. And
I personally think that depending on if we can get a higher quality of the translation in the future, I think that Seekers has the potential to maybe be a good entry point for the franchise. And if it is, it could end up being the best by virtue of its accessibility.
Yeah.
Right now, the translation is the key aspect holding it back.
Yeah,
but I feel like if we get proper translations on this, even if it ends up being fan translated, if we can get proper translations on this, Seekers will be the most accessible way to get into Digimon in both cost and in terms of the concepts that it's actually giving you.
Yeah. My only thing, though, with recommending... My only problem with recommending Seekers is that I feel like a lot of it hinges on, like, knowledge of the V-Pets. Like, so far, like, I mean, we've been enjoying it. We know what they're talking about. But I feel like, I don't know, if someone were to come in and not know, like, anything, I don't know, you know?
That is a good point, because I found, like, a Digimon VTuber podcast on Twitter, and I was like, oh, I'll listen to them, because they just started covering Seekers, so I think what better place to start. And they were so confused with the intro scene. Like, is this the real world? Is this the digital world? Why are they talking about a subway? And I'm just, like, immediately picked up on, oh, they're inside of a subway network.
Yeah. And even, like, I was watching Jammer, he's a really cool, like, YouTuber. Mm-hmm. They focus more on, like, the video game aspects of Digimon.
Mm-hmm.
And they were reading Seekers, and they were also confused with the first chapter. And they were, like... Because, like, the whole thing with Edgy having an XL is like everyone, us, we're like, oh shit, he's in an XL, it's so cool. Like, he was totally confused at that. He had no idea, like, what an XL was, like, what Edgy was holding. Like, that whole part confused him. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, okay, yeah. So if you don't really know the V-Pets, I feel like it's kind of hard to recommend Seekers as, like, your first thing to dive into.
So what you're saying is that we need to make a Basics of Digimon Seekers video to send people before we send them to Digimon Seekers.
Essentially, yeah. Which was the idea. First, I mean, that was the idea of the whole V-Pet lore series that I'm working on, is that it's supposed to be kind of like a way for people that, like, have never been aware of that to understand those concepts, because especially now, that's because I was drafting the script for that before Seekers came out. Now that Seekers is out,
like, it's a necessity.
Yeah, it's a necessity. Like, now that I'm seeing how Seekers is using previous VPET knowledge, like, it definitely needs to be something it
needs to be something that people can get out.
Yeah, because there are going to be, I mean, we're only in chapter 1, and there's been so many different VPET oriented kind of like concepts that have been introduced that, like, if you're not aware, I can see it being confusing, where it's just like, I don't really understand what's going on. Like, I'm enjoying the story, but I don't know if I've seen it a lot. People are saying, like, I don't know if it's the shitty translation or like the concepts that they're talking about, but I'm very confused.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like even as like a standalone / episode 0 to that, it would be good to just cover the basics of VPET lore again in a shorter format than the initial Monspiracy episodes.
Yeah.
Just because, like, so much of Seekers hinges on that classic setting that it would just be, like, the perfect, like, here's your crash course. Now you understand what you need to for chapter 1.
True, yeah. That wouldn't be a bad idea, because,
yeah. Especially
now
if we
that
can cut it down to like 20 minutes.
yeah, that's the problem. That's my biggest problem. Like I've been trying to make it palatable, and
I
it's been a
mean, I
challenge.
think if you're up for it, I can probably make a script like the old Monspiracies that just breaks down the specific concepts and aspects. I don't know how long it would go for because I'm used to writing scripts for streams, but I can give it a shot.
I wouldn't mind it. I would definitely appreciate that.
All right. Yeah, no, I will give that a try after stream. Actually, hell, I could make working on that a stream unto itself.
Yeah, true.
Content grind.
Hashtag contract grind.
Hashtag content grind.
But yeah, I think I am all
Seekers out.
Monspiracy. Yeah, Seekers. No, I'm not Seekers out. I'm gonna be Seekers out when I fucking die, dude.
Yeah.
I'm all.
I mean,
never
we
gonna be
have
Seekers out.
we are approaching the 2 hour mark. So, Monspiracy complete.
We will see you guys. Hopefully, I think by then. No, will the next chapter be out by the time you do this again, or I can't remember.
Yeah, because they're releasing on Sundays.
Okay, yeah. So, thankfully, the next chapter will be out next time we talk. So we'll have
some more to talk about.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad. It's only going to be 1-9 though.
Yeah, but the nice thing about this is it gives us a solid we'll have a solid week to stew on the previous chapter, integrate what's new, and then have theories about what's going to happen.
True. Are they going to split up the chapters like this all the time, or are we going to get full chapters every week?
That's what we don't know about, because 1-8 was exactly like 1 through 7 in terms of length, but that might just be because it was preceded by 7 of the same length.
Yeah.
1-9 could be sizable enough to be an entire 1 through 8, or it could be just another part. We don't know yet. We won't know until it happens.
Yeah.
Hoping and praying that it's going to be significantly more sizable, so that we have something to chew on for a week, but we shall
that's what I'm
see.
hoping for, because I don't know. I don't have a good idea. I don't have a good feeling about them releasing chapters that small weekly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think people are gonna not. I don't think that's gonna work.
I don't think that's gonna work. I think that if that does happen, we are going to have to carry it so hard. But I mean, what have we been doing but that?
True.
What has the English-speaking Digimon community ever done but carry this entire franchise on their fucking pinky just to flex on the freaking Greek Titan Atlas?
No, seriously, like it. You're right. It would not be out of the question for that. I just I'm just tired of Bandai being like, should we spend money on Digimon? No.
Listen, the Digivelopers give us their damnedest, and we do the same in return.
Yeah.
If Bandai doesn't want to acknowledge how good this franchise can be, then we exploit the hell out of that. That is the way of Digimon.
Yeah.
That is the reason that we can have a setting where the protagonist is a code cracker.
That's true. That if we weren't this fucking ravenous about lore and shit, we wouldn't have Seekers.
We would not have Seekers if the Digivelopers didn't know full well that we will gladly shovel down every ounce of lore they give us and demand more.
Yeah. It's true.
3 chapter parts a week actually seems like a pretty decent amount.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad about that at all.
Yeah.
I
All
think that
right,
would
everyone.
be pretty cool.
It is time to call it here.
Good night, everyone. We'll see you next week with more Monspiracies.
Yeah?
We'll hopefully see a bit more into the Sons of Chaos next week.
Yeah. Peace.
Peace.
Haha, I stole your outro. Also, hello, Zatharon Live. Yeah, you caught the end pretty much. The VOD should be up soon. That reminds me I need to put up multiple weeks of VODs on the YouTube channel. But it might be up here afterwards, I'm not sure. But yeah, thank you for stopping by. And later, everyone!